Yeah, being nasty and which is a different thing. No, I was trying to diffuse the situation. Carried on being when I
She's an eye again.
nasty. You carried on being nastier. Stop it. You can hear it in my voice, see it in the way I'm acting. This is not the time to take the piss out of it. The piss out. Don't it?
Not again.
It
For
won't.
fuck's sake.
Not if you like a child. No, I don't behave like a child. Take the piss out of it. Take the piss out of it. Piss out of it. Because that will annoy me.
Everything annoys you.
It
annoys her when I'm nice. It annoys her when I argue. It annoys her when I'm... Everything annoys her, even when I'm trying to be nice and have a laugh like I was trying to there.
Laughing at me, not with me.
Yes, I was laughing.
There's a whole different security. Well, I'll try it on you and let's see your reaction when you're upset and I just laugh at you. How about that? We'll try that. Let's see what your reaction is. And I'll remind you of now. You can't go around saying to people that they can't do this, they can't feel this. You're not this, you're not that. You can't do that. Because the person...
She does the same to me. She says, you're not this, you're not that. Your problems aren't anything. Like when I was talking to her about problems, my problems. She said mine are non-existent. Basically because I'm not disabled, so I've got no problems. Okay. And then she says I can't tell her how she's feeling or whatever. Like, you don't know what I've been through. And she's like, oh, what you've been through? Oh, little stuff. Little stuff. Like, compared to everyone else in the world, my problems are smaller. So I told her, I said, oh, there's still problems. It's like, belittle my problems, will you? They might be white bread problems compared to other people's, say, third world problems or war-stricken problems or people's arms being chopped off or starving. Okay, obviously they're big problems. Being in pain all the time is big. I'm not denying that, but the problem is, even when you've got a little problem, it's still a big deal to that person, so you can't really belittle it. It just makes them feel bad about it. And then they just suffer in silence and think that their problems are silly, so they don't even seek help. So you can't do that.
Genuinely feeling it, so...
Right.
No, I'm not allowed to genuinely feel it.
Just had to spoil it. Just had to get all nasty and dowty for no reason.
Oh, this was actually New Year's Day, like, you know, after the countdown. I remember, yes, we did the count. Everything was fine. We were having a good time. And then suddenly she started being nasty again before bed. This was before bedtime.
We were talking about fucking crackers.
Yeah.
And then the next minute, getting all nasty and dowty.
Yeah.
Talking about crackers. For no reason whatsoever.
I used to get confused with this sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it would be better if I just moved out. If she's right and this is going to be how the new year is going to be now, with her just being nasty and dowty at me, then I think it is best I just move out.
Please do.
I think my decision's been made. My mum was already thinking the prophecy. Already predicted it. So she's saying that that's how the new year is going to be. That's how it's going to be. I don't know if I got that part on record where she said something about that, you know, this is how it's going to continue.
Yeah, I got that
in the new
bit.
year. But if that's true, and it's just going to consist of my mum being nasty and naughty to me, then I think it's best if I move out.
But then a problem occurred. My moving out plans were foiled by a certain person whose name we won't mention. Now, there's two people involved in it, of course, but I don't blame the other person whose name I won't mention, because that person's also a victim. So basically, both me and this said person are a victim by two other said people who one of them almost escaped from but has decided to go back to them, and I'm trying currently to get away. But thank you for the other person, the other nasty person. Now I am suffering at the hands of that person as well, because oh, God forbid we should upset that person, and my mere presence at the other person's house would upset said nasty person, fellow toxic person, fellow possible abusive person. So now I have to suffer as well because of that person, if that makes sense. Basically, that person is stopping me from moving in with another person who, you know, is like, yay, it would have been great, but no, now I've got fuck all anywhere to go. So stupid. Like, obviously, if it was dire straits again like it was last year, obviously I'd go to the neighbour, but I feel like at this point I can't really do that because it's not... But even, you can guarantee that I'll chicken out at that time. We can guarantee it. Because I'm an idiot. Ow. Chest pains. Now we're all idiots. I'm telling you this now, madam. I'm telling you this now, madam. I know there's reasons for it, but it's just stupid. Well, whatever it is that's ingrained in our brains or body mechanisms or whatever it is, it needs to be gotten rid. It needs to be with evolution gotten rid of. Whether it's fear or what, I don't know. Whatever it is, it needs to be fucked off. It needs to be gotten rid of. And people will just have to go by knowledge instead of fear. Because I remember there was this woman, right? And apparently she had no fear. Like, whatever it is that is responsible for the fear emotion, she didn't have it. Like, whether it's a part of the brain that wasn't developed or underdeveloped, she didn't have it. She didn't have the fear receptor or whatever. But she did stupid things like go in front of predatory animals and jump off cliffs and stupid stuff like that. It's like, okay, so you have no fear, but you're not stupid though. You still know that you'll die. You have the knowledge, like the logic's there, that if you jump off a cliff, you'll die. Like, I don't fear jumping off a cliff or standing in front of a predator, but I still know that it would be a stupid thing to do because I'll get a lot of pain and I will die. You know, it's like dying. So if people said, oh no, if we got rid of fear, then we'd do stupid things, and it's like, no, we wouldn't. Not if we were taught not to do them. You would just not be fearful of stupid things like this. Or the unknown, should I say. Because some unknowns are good. Some unknowns are good. Or could be. If you plan it out enough, so it's not as unknown as it could be, like fucking moving out. It is harder. Because in normal situations, you would have your parent or whatever's help with moving out. Whether it be money-wise or just practical help or something, or emotional support. I don't have that, do I? So, it's like, it's weird. It's kind of like being a child and knowing fucking nothing and trying to do it. It's quite... But if that fear factor wasn't there, you'd probably just do it and chance it. But just avoid any pitfalls. And any other thing that's stopping you, like guilt or empathy or sympathy or whatever. Like before. I don't have that now. That's gone now. I don't have that anymore. Whereby I'd feel guilty about moving out because, oh, she's disabled. How's she going to cope? I'm the last one. And I'm going to be leaving her. And then she'll have no one. And it's like, well, at this point I'm thinking, Well, she's made a bed by being nasty and naughty to me, the last person. So she's going to fuck that person off as well. Like she's fucked all the others off. I don't know what she did to the others, by the way. I don't know. I'm not privy to that. She just said they all fucked off for no reason. But, you know, she probably somehow did what she's doing to me to them in some way. But what I don't know is, if that is true, why would they fuck off and leave me? Knowing how she is. Thinking, oh, God, you're stuck with that ogre or whatever. I don't know. Like, even if they couldn't stand her, they should stick around to help me. And maybe to influence me and encourage me to leave. But then again, if they did that, they'd probably think that my mum would think, or I would think, that they were just trying to influence me and turn me against her for no reason. And I guess they didn't want to do that. Even though it would have been helpful and I could have spared all these years of just being stuck in a house, being miserable for a decade or however long it's been. I've basically wasted the best years of my life, and I'm angry about that. I'm pissed. I'm never going to be 20 to 29 again. That's it. That's gone now. That's years of my life wasted. The best ones. When you're the fittest and healthiest. And looking your best. It's not going to be the same in older age. Because all of the things that I missed out on in my 20s, I won't be able to do. I mean, I might be able to do the next 10 years. But at the rate I'm going, it's probably going to be more like nearer 40, 50 when I decide to actually manage to, or get into a position where I can actually manage to leave without worry. Because I've got no fucking money. And I can't get a job. Don't even ask me why. That's another thing. It's not logical, I don't know. I can't get a job anyway. Even if, you know, you remove the fact that my mum won't let me get one. Well, I've heard you have to have experience to get a job in the first place, so I guess that's why they do all that volunteer stuff when kids are like 16 or whatever, and they do volunteer work, so they have some kind of job experience, work experience. I don't believe it for a second, if I'm honest, but I can use that to my advantage anyway. But I don't believe for a second I couldn't get a job. I think I could get a job. I've thought of another job, actually, hand model. My hands are bloody ruddy gorgeous, I could definitely model them. But how you get into that industry, I have no idea, because they're all scams. Or they want you to go to bloody London or some shit. I ain't going to London. I want to do it from home, thank you very much. But yeah, anyway, goodbye.